and welcome to ZFF Daily. I'm Stuart. With me in the studio today is Mia Hansen-Løve, the director, and actor Félix de Givry of Eden. Now, this is a movie about the development of the electronic music scene. We're excited to have you here. How are you enjoying the festival so far?
Well.
Short,
yeah.
You're in and out, right?
Yeah, it's very quick, but it's fine. It's great today, so.
We haven't seen that much actually at the festival. We arrived yesterday afternoon. We went directly to the screening and then dinner and cocktail and then back home. And then
How was the response to the screening?
I think it was good, but we weren't there at the end. But we just saw a friend of us who was there and who told us people applauded.
Excellent.
So I guess.
Well, talk to me about what inspired you to make this film and your relationship with your brother in creating it.
Well, my brother used to be a DJ. He was a DJ during 20 years. He's been involved in the scene from a very early age. He's seven older than me. And when I decided to write this film inspired by his life, it was at a time where I was trying to stop DJing because it had become kind of self-destructive for him. And so, I mean, he had been involved in that for 20 years, so he had such a strong and deep experience of this world, and that's something I also experienced myself, not in the same way because I'm not a DJ at all, but I just was there at these parties.
You experienced it with him.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time there, so we wrote this film together. We mixed our memories in a way, and we tried to find the meaning of that while we were writing it.
Yeah. And how was it for you to play this part?
It was quite an experience actually, because it's such a large scope of years. I mean, like for me, who is an electronic music fan, it was very strange to go back in years that I didn't live.
Yeah.
But that was such a big influence on my generation, and of course Daft Punk, but a lot of other more specific details that people don't know, that just went like this and people don't eventually recall now. And so this was the most strange thing for me, is to discover all these things that have had an impact on my generation, but I was not aware of them, and so it was very interesting and very strange. The word is. Yeah.
And how did you end up working together? How did you cast him?
Actually, he had been casted for another film called Something in the Air by Olivier Assayas, and the casting director who made this film reminded him a lot because he had been almost chosen for a part, and she knew also that he was involved in nightlife, and both the fact that I had seen his casting test, I don't know how you say.
Yeah, his screen test.
His screen test, and I was very interested in his path. I mean, the things he was doing apart from that made me very curious about him.
All right, so I'd love to talk more about, you know, your experience with this musical revolution of French house and kind of the rise and the fall.
Well, you know, the type of French house I depict in the film is not is kind of the underground one. Like, it's what we call French Touch and French house. It's a pretty large scene, but actually the one I'm telling about in a very precise way in the film is the garage music, house and garage music, which is the music that my brother fell in love with when he was like 18, and it's music that comes from New York and Chicago, DJs there who always were kind of underground, actually, who never were so popular, even if some of the songs became more famous. And so my brother was one of the few DJs in Paris who really made people love this music and transmitted it to them. So as a younger sister, I spent so much time in these parties that I myself had to, in a way, fall in love with this music. So more than about the French touch, really, or the electronic music scene in general, I would say my film is really about the rise and fall of this DJ in particular, and rise and fall of this culture too.
Now I want to talk about, during the production you had problems with music licensing, and you're still working on that. What is that experience like?
Well, it's a long story because we know we have like 45 songs in the film. So that's something that scared the producers a lot, because they thought it would be so expensive and the film would never be made, because that would be like 1 million, and it wasn't such a commercial film actually, because there was no like stars in it, and also because it wasn't a success story, because the story focuses more on the life of a DJ that ultimately doesn't succeed. So it was really a difficult film to finance, and the many songs made it seem to make the film impossible to finance. So at the end, we were very lucky that that the Daft Punk actually let us use their 4 of their songs for
that's cool. How did that come about? That's exciting.
Well, they were supporting the film. I mean, they liked the script. We knew them. We had them read the script from the beginning, and they could see, I think, an authenticity in the project that made them want to support the film. And they knew also we were not rich, you know. So and
they are, so they're
and
fine.
they are, so they're fine with it. And it's not like they, you know. That helped us a lot. And the other thing that helped us also a lot is that, because it was obviously a tribute to house music and garage music, and most of the songs are songs from this music, the people who we were trying to involve, I mean, for the rights, you know, they were all supporting the project, because they wanted to be part of it, you know. They knew, they understood it was going to be a tribute to them. So if they wanted to be part of it, they had to play the game and accept to give the rights of their songs for the money we had for it, you know.
I think the film looks amazing. I watched a little bit, and some of the production crew here saw it, and everybody loved it. So congrats to you. What are you working on next?
Now I have a project in 1 year, but it's difficult now to talk about it, because we are so much involved in the promotion of the film. Actually,
course,
like we don't see further. You know, we have like so many festivals coming.
You
and
have
travels.
to be present.
Yeah, we are like 100% present with the film.
Same with you? Are you enjoying kind of doing this whole experience, going to the festivals, meeting people, screening it for different audiences?
Yeah, I mean, it's only the 3rd festival we're doing, so there are many festivals ahead, which is very tiring.
You get lots of photos taken of you. I think you might like that.
No, it's fine. But yeah, it's very exciting. I mean, it's also because we try to talk, not to repeat the same thing, and to talk about different things.
Keep it interesting, of course. Well, congrats to you.
Thank you.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you very
Enjoy
much.
your brief time here in Zurich, but we were thrilled to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Watch more ZFF daily videos about the Zurich Film Festival and subscribe to our channel.